When Sarah looked at me across the living room and softly said, "Maybe we should break up," I felt something shift inside me. For months, I had sensed her drifting away, her words colder, her time with me shorter. Yet hearing her finally speak the words I knew were coming felt strangely relieving. I didn't cry, I didn't beg. Instead, I simply looked her in the eyes and said, "All right, pack your things." The shock on her face was something I'll never forget. She blinked rapidly, as if she hadn't heard me right. "Wait, what? You're not even going to talk about it?" she asked, her voice a mix of confusion and fear. But I had already made up my mind. If she wanted to leave, I wasn't going to chain her to me. My pride, my dignity, those were worth more than clinging to someone who didn't value me anymore. For the first time in a long while, I stood up straight, feeling stronger than I thought I would. I walked toward the closet, pulled out her suitcase, and placed it on the bed. Her mouth opened, but no words came out. She seemed frozen between anger and disbelief. This was not the reaction she expected. She probably thought I would plead, argue, or fall apart. Instead, I stayed calm. "You've already decided in your heart, Sarah," I told her quietly. "I won't waste either of our time pretending otherwise." She tried to form a response, but her silence said more than words. I began gathering her clothes neatly, folding them the way she liked, and placing them in the suitcase. Each fold felt like closure. As the minutes passed, the atmosphere grew heavier. She finally whispered, "I thought you cared." I stopped, turned to her, and answered, "I cared more than you'll ever know. But if caring isn't enough for you, then I won't keep trying to convince you." Her eyes glistened, but I couldn't tell if it was guilt or anger. Maybe both. When everything was packed, I carried the suitcase to the door. Sarah followed slowly, as if she couldn't believe this was really happening. She paused at the doorway, looking back at the apartment we once filled with laughter and late-night talks. Now, all that was left was silence. "I didn't think you'd let me go so easily," she admitted in a low voice. I looked at her one last time and said, "Sometimes strength isn't holding on, it's letting go." She didn't reply. She just stepped outside, suitcase in hand, and the door closed behind her. For a while, I just stood there in the quiet. The apartment felt larger, emptier, but also strangely peaceful. I realized that I wasn't broken. In fact, I felt free from months of doubt and emotional tug-of-war. She had been halfway gone long before she said the words. Over the next few days, friends called when they heard the news. Some were surprised, others not at all. Many expected me to be devastated. But I wasn't. I kept myself busy, focusing on my work, my health, and even reconnecting with old hobbies I had abandoned during the relationship. Strangely enough, I started sleeping better. The weight of uncertainty had lifted from my chest. No more nights wondering why she wasn't answering my calls. No more excuses about late meetings or just needing space. The truth had been revealed, and I had acted with finality. Weeks later, Sarah texted me. She wrote, "I didn't expect you to be so strong. I thought you'd fight for me." I stared at the message, realizing she had wanted control all along. My silence was my answer. I never replied. Time passed, and with it came healing. I learned that love isn't about clinging to someone who doesn't see your worth. It's about valuing yourself enough to walk away when the other person has already left emotionally. Looking back, I don't regret how I handled that day. She expected drama, tears, and begging. Instead, she got calm acceptance and strength. My response shocked her because she underestimated me. But I knew one thing: the moment she suggested breaking up, she had already left me. All I did was open the door. And as that door closed behind her, another one opened for me. The door to peace, self-respect, and a future free from someone who didn't truly want to stay.